In the early 90s, Sonic the Hedgehog was very popular. I mean, he had his own cartoon, his own comic series, he was living the dream. However, after the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 1994, the popularity of the series started to slowly decline. And in the middle of all of this, Sega decided to release Sonic Blast in 1996 on the Sega Game Gear in North America, Japan, and Europe. However, in Brazil, it was released in 1997 on the Master System of all consoles. Apparently this was because the Game Gear never released in Brazil. Interesting. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this obscure release in the Sonic series. So let's do this. First of all, let's talk about the art style. Now there are a lot of Sonic games on Game Gear. However, Sonic Blast is the only one of them to have pre-rendered graphics, like Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario RPG. However, Sonic Blast graphically isn't as good as those games, since those games are 16-bit and Sonic Blast is 8-bit. And so with that, let's talk about the gameplay. Now this game has standard 2D Sonic gameplay where you run, platform, and defeat Eggman, but with a double jump now. That's interesting, I guess. I mean, yeah, it just plays like a normal 2D Sonic game. However, it's short. Now I know that all of the Sonic Game Gear games are short, but those games usually have around 6 zones, while Sonic Blast has 5 zones. What a ripoff! Okay, I was just kidding about that last part. I mean, it does have only 5 zones, but that's just more likely lazy developing than scamming. Speaking of zones, the zones in this game are Green Hill Zone, Yellow Desert Zone, Red Volcano Zone, Blue Marine Zone, and Silver Castle Zone. So unique and interesting. Now the plot is just basically Dr. Robotnik is taking over the world and Sonic and Knuckles must stop him. Yeah, you can play as Knuckles in this game, but nothing very interesting story-wise. And so yeah, we have a short little adventure with Sonic and Knuckles that doesn't really have anything to make itself stand out besides pre-rendered graphics. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad game, it just isn't unique. It honestly feels like a short fan game. Now is it worth it? I mean, I personally don't own a Sega Game Gear. I actually bought the game on 3DS Virtual Console, but for its Virtual Console price of $4, it's probably worth it. But if you're buying an actual Game Gear cartridge, then no, it is not worth it unless you're a collector. So Sonic Blast is merely a nugget of Sonic the Hedgehog history, and nothing else really. It's a neat thing to look back on, but it doesn't really hold up today. And so with that, I have given you my complete review of Sonic Blast. But before this video ends, I would like to mention something that I forgot to mention in my last video where I took a look at Sonic Origins. And what I wanted to say was that if you beat any of the games in the compilation, you unlock Mirror Mode, where levels are mirrored. That's all I had to say. So now the video actually comes to an end, where I would like to thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, goodbye.